All right, then time now for our book club. Ryan, take it away.
It's me. Hey guys, I picked Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, written by Geoff Johns, drawn by Gary Frank. John Sabal is the inker, with colors by Dave McCraig and Hi-Fi, and Rob Lay did the letters. Let me tell you guys. Let me give you the book. Hold on. There you go. So we all like Superman, but I know you guys aren't super familiar with the Legion of Superheroes, and they're getting a big relaunch with Bendis right now.
Yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet. You rock, dude.
I mean, I know Brandon too. We both got it the way at least me, I got into the Legion of Superheroes was because of a cartoon.
I mean,
that they did with the Superman Legion of Superheroes.
What I mean is you guys don't read a lot of Legion comic books.
No,
okay.
I would be hard pressed to tell you 5.
Yes, that's why I picked this book.
I think I've only read 1.
You know what? I forgot to take my 1 issue of the Legion of Superheroes I actually own, and I bought it only because Superman was on the cover.
That makes sense.
And he shows up at the very end of the book.
That makes sense. Anyway, I really like the Legion. I'm not going to say I'm an expert on them. Like I'm an expert on Marvel comics, not DC comics. But I think the Legion are a lot of fun. I love future teenage hijinks. And what's better than Geoff Johns, Gary Frank? 12 years ago, you look at Doomsday Clock and you see like where he starts, and like, man, this dude, this book is good. But you see Doomsday Clock and like, dude, that dude is increased in talent tenfold.
I was reading this book and I was like, yeah, I can totally see the line work of Gary Frank, but holy shit, he's much better.
Like a decade will do that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, the art is still good. You can still tell it's Gary Frank's style of art, and I love it, and I do enjoy his style of art. But there are times when Brainiac 5 is finally revealed in the book, and he turns and says, "What the hell took you guys so long?"
Yeah,
his face kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
The opening of the in 3008 when this dying planet sends their child to a small town in Kentucky, Kansas, whatever, and they're like, well, we'll do what should we do about this child? This is the Ma and Pa Kent people. What should we do about this child? And it's like, we kill it, and they just put a shotgun on it.
It's like what any other American would do. We kill it.
Yeah, this is a very xenophobic
if it bleeds,
future.
We can kill it.
The difference here, I think this type of story has been done since, but I don't think it was done before, where the Legion are now very xenophobic. Not the Legion, but Earth is very xenophobic.
Earth is very xenophobic.
All the non-Earthmen Legion characters are gone.
Yeah,
have left the planet because they're not welcome there anymore.
Racism is alive and well in the future.
They're seceding from the planet. Not the Federation, but like their union, the planetary union or whatever it's called. And what was the thing? What was the other thing? And they've retconned Superman's origin to be a human from Earth who was granted powers by Mother Earth.
That's some great Earth propaganda that I love. That is super. That is a cool idea.
Okay, you have not read Quantum League, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay, that's the Black Hammer Legion-esque type book.
Oh, no, I only read the main title.
All right, so Black Hammer did a Legion-esque type spinoff called the Quantum, not the Quantum League, well, they're called the Quantum League, called Quantum Age.
Got it.
Very similar.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, very similar to this book. And it made me like this book a hell of a lot more.
Oh, cool.
Because I liked Quantum League a lot.
Right on. You can see where the inspiration might come from.
Yeah, and I really like...
And again, this book was written in 2007.
Yeah, I really like Geoff Johns.
Yeah.
I like Gary Frank.
It
was just really nice to read a Geoff Johns book again.
Yeah, and this is a pre-New 52, which, this is the era that I grew up in, but it's my favorite era of DC Comics. It's like 2000, to before New 52.
Yeah.
Like that is some good shit right there, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Geoff Johns.
However, and I had to look up what this collects. This collects a couple issues of Action Comics.
Yes, which I did not realize because this graphic novel just calls it Superman Legion, like it's a graphic novel.
That's the era of graphic novels at the time, and that really bugs me.
Yeah.
Now we have to wait for things like this to be collected in like complete collections and things like that, like Geoff Johns' complete Action Comics.
Because this is issue like
856.
Yeah, like 850. Yeah.
858 to 863.
Yes.
Yeah. And it teases stories that would come up 12 issues later.
Yeah.
Like the Crisis, the Legion, the Crisis of the 31st Century. I want to know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
We don't even know where that tablet came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Ryan
book.
about that earlier too.
Yeah, that's a thing that I forgot about.
The whole thing in the comic is that Earthman has convinced people of this propaganda.
And he's a Legion reject.
That Superman is actually Earthborn, but it's because he found an actual tablet that is a relic that somebody has set up to make this propaganda.
From the 21st
he believes
century.
it's true.
Yeah.
And it's from the 21st century, so somebody in the 21st century planted that there.
Yes, and that is a seed for later.
Yeah, and so there's only, but to this book's credit, there's only like 2 of those seeds.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. It got me like really hooked.
What I really, really love about this is there are a lot of Legionnaires, and I'm not familiar with all of them super well. Like there's a couple that like the main ones, like like Saturn Girl,
Brainiac 5,
like the mainstays. But
Mon-El, who wasn't in this book.
Yes, I love the way Geoff Johns writes this Superman.
Sir, not appearing in this film.
The beginning when he's talking to Perry, Perry's like, "You have a problem, Kent," and he's like, "What is there, mustard on my shirt again?" And I'm like, I love bumbling, silly Clark Kent more than anything, and Geoff Johns nails that super hard.
Also, Gary Frank draws Clark Kent to look like Christopher Reeve.
Yes, it's also
which is also very true.
Very nice.
But one of the things I also love about this is the Legion is I love getting introduced to characters that I kind of know of. Like when I was watching Smallville all those years ago, and then it was the Legion episodes.
I got three Legion characters showed up in Smallville.
Yeah.
Sorry, nothing. We'll come back to it. Go on. Gary Frank draws people to have like the craziest crazy eyes.
Oh yeah.
Like so many characters have such crazy eyes.
He has the earliest Sod Riddick thing.
Chanting "Long live human."
Oh yeah, that's creepy. But so reading this book, I was like, man, I now like every time I see the Legion superheroes like pop up anywhere, be it the Justice League show, be it Smallville. Anytime someone mentions the Legion, I'm like, oh my god, the Legion of superheroes. And he's like, oh, do you know? I was like, yeah, I know of them. I want to know more of them.
It's like the. Oh no, I'm sorry, I lost it.
It's okay. But as I love this book because yes, Superman is the focal point, but we also get to know a whole bunch of Legionnaires that aren't very like Dawnstar. I love Dawnstar.
Yeah, she's cool.
We hear about Chameleon. We hear about
Chameleon Girl.
Chameleon Girl. Thank you.
Who's the best Legionnaire, Ben?
Come
on, Stone Boy.
For you, it's Stone Boy.
Stone Boy.
My personal favorite is
he's not a Legionnaire. He's a sub.
He's a substitute.
By the way,
hey, subs are important.
I love the idea of the Legion of substitute heroes.
Yeah, they're
I
still
think
important.
That's awesome.
I also love how Polar Boy, because he's my personal favorite.
Iceman.
I mean, he's my personal favorite because he like creates his own arm. Is like, oh yeah, like him and Brainiac 5 are like.
He got his arm chopped off and he creates it out of ice.
Yeah, that's dope. That's rad. That's like really.
So he can
cool.
wear his Legion ring.
Yeah. Well, like he was telling him, was like, yeah, these rejects. There's a reason why I earned my ring. I just couldn't control my powers, but Saturn Girl always does a psyche val on me.
Yep.
And then
No, the psyche val came later. Like they're like, you know, even if they had control of their powers. Someone tells Superman this. Even if they had control of their powers. That's good.
That's such a good shot.
Even if they had control of the powers, Saturn Girl does a psyche val on them at all times, and she saw that they were not in control of their facilities.
Like Radiation Boy. Apparently,
Roy.
Yeah, apparently,
Jesus.
Apparently, he is just a monster inside and out. And then you got Spider Girl, who's okay. That's
her name is Sousa Parka.
Yep.
Not gonna say it's anything related like Peter Parker or anything.
Yeah.
The Legion have some of the dumbest powers sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like much like the X-Men, like, hey man, sometimes there's some C-list
But
characters.
I do love how like when the Legion substitutes showed up and Stone Boy is just sitting there, and then Chlorophyll Kid is like claims to talk to plants, which he cannot.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That is bad. I was reading some of these names to Fanny, and Fanny's looking at me like, are they real? I'm like, these are all real, and they exist, and it's hilarious.
I love the tactic against Superman, which is let's just make every sun red. He can't go anywhere.
That scene when he first discovered
70% of the universe's suns have been turned red.
These police officers are going to shoot Superman, and Superman just holds up his hand like normal. And he's like, oh, you guys shouldn't do that. And a laser goes straight through his hand, and he's like, what have I done?
Yeah.
Why? And then
the Legion is like, the reason why we didn't want you here, Superman, is because you can't help. Why can't I help? Because the sun is red.
Yeah, this was
all the suns are red.
All the suns are. And to find out they were controlling Sun Boy, I'm like, oh, like one of my favorite parts.
That was good.
Like at the very end of the book when Superman does get his powers back, and that's another thing I love about this book. This is a depowered Superman, but he doesn't get rid of his morals. He's like, no, of course, I don't care if I'm depowered. I'm still going to fight with the Legion, and I'm still going to fight with you guys.
And it's also my favorite Superman, which is depowered into powered, and he's just like, Okay, now we can play.
Yeah, and like when he holds up that bullet, when that officer tries to shoot that alien kid, he says, "I'm for that part."
Oh, hold on, I'll read it because I was on it anyway because I was going to bring it up.
The
So what it is it's that's not Superman. Superman wouldn't help aliens. He's for human rights. He's for us, and he shoots, and Superman does deflect it with his hand, the exact same hand this time, where you can even see the bandage from before. And he says, "I'm for everyone," as the bandage crumbles off him, and you should know that, officer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That is primo Superman. Like
You're
Ryan,
about to say Prime Superman because that's a different character.
that's
Oh,
super,
boy.
Well, to take from what Ryan says, it's a chef kiss.
Yes.
That is Superman in essence right there. That is so good.
He's a villain, but I really love Earthman and how cocky and in like the
Earthman,
straight up.
you know
he's
who
just so
Earthman
evil.
reminds me of?
Who?
He reminds me a lot of Homelander from
Yeah.
from the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
From the show specifically. I didn't.
The Boys.
From the Boys, the show. Not from the comics because I haven't read too much into the comics of
He's
the
the
Boys.
same. He's a jerk.
Same, but yeah, he reminds me so much of Homelander.
It's time for the next stage of our crusade and to execute every extraterrestrial still on Earth. Long live the humans with a peace sign.
Ugh, man.
He's a one-man legion because he has power absorption like Rogue, so he can absorb all the powers. But there's this beautiful splash page of Superman with the Legion,
Yeah.
and he's saying, "I got the real thing," and it's a
Yeah.
splash page of all of them. I'm like,
All the
"Oh, this
Legionnaires.
is so cool."
Or when the other planets are about to wage war on Earth, and he's just standing in front of them and being like, "There's not going to be a war today."
yeah.
You also
Love
got
that.
where they go to the underground of old Metropolis. You see the flag, the Superman flag
Yeah.
being flown, and the Stargates taking the aliens to safety.
Always like a good Stargate reference.
Yeah. Oh God, what else is in this
There's a
book?
TV show called Stargate. but-
I know.
I really like when Earthman goes in to get Superman. Superman takes him down, which is where Earthman's saying, "I need this more than you, Superman. You were never rejected. You were never an outsider." And Superman's just standing there, crossed arms, like, "Don't talk like you know me. You don't." And then he decks him and knocks him out. And he's like, "I've been an outsider every day of my life."
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, so good.
So good.
And it flashes back to the first time Clark met the Legion.
Because it has flashbacks that show Clark being isolated until the Legion showed up and took him into the future.
Yeah.
And they're like,
And let him know, like,
who
hey,
he is gonna
it's not
be.
going to be like this forever.
Okay, Ryan, I'm about to echo what you said.
What's up?
I miss this era of continuity.
Yeah.
For DC.
Yeah.
Because Clark is about to re-meet the Legion in the pages of Superman. I think he already has actually.
But
it's re-meeting the Legion for the first time, and he's never met the Legion before.
so here's the thing.
but I miss the continuity of it.
So the new 52 Legion is the original Legion. That's one of the one continuity mainstays. So this Rebirth Legion is a new Legion to Superman. So these are new people. So that's kind of one of the reasons.
But except it's still Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl.
It is, but it's the Rebirth version. So like I don't know if he knows them or
Well, he doesn't. Bendis is clear. He doesn't.
Okay.
He's never met the Legion
Okay.
before.
That's actually a good jumping off point. Then actually, I think I might pick that one issue.
And but there's a part of me that I really like legacy continuity.
I do too.
So-
That's the one thing Marvel gets right.
Yeah. So when books like this happen, where I'm like, oh yeah, no, yeah, Clark knew the Legion at one time, and like we don't need to.
Dude,
re-meet
honestly, it was the
anyone.
new 52 that ruined everything.
Yeah,
for
it was.
real.
It really was.
Don't forget, Rebirth is like, hey, those things were true once, and we're trying to fix it.
We're trying hard.
And but that's a different.
Not
discussion.
anymore.
So
That's a different discussion.
one other thing, like what Ryan said earlier, there's not the main Legionnaires don't show up in this book a whole lot. I'm talking about Saturn Girl, Lightning Lad, and Cosmic Boy. They are in here for a short stint in the Batcave, which also I really like.
I like the Batcave sequence a lot.
Batcave sequence is great, but I also love how all the lesser known Legionnaires get a huge play, like Colossus Boy.
Stone Boy.
Yeah, Colossus Boy. Well, Stone Boy is only in there for a hot
No,
second.
I know. It's just the image of a dude doing double peace signs and his
Double deuces,
and his ability is just to turn to stone, and it's like he's unbreakable, but he has to turn.
He's in a
can't
coma.
move.
He's in a coma.
He can't move. He's inanimate
He
when
just
he's
throws himself on someone like Mjolnir.
No, I want to say who's the fire guy? What was his name?
Sunboy.
Yeah, no, not Sunboy.
Oh, I had it right here. You can talk about it.
I have
I'll
the but he was talking. I think it was him talking to Polar Boy.
Do not feel bad about not knowing the Legion names. There are hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But someone was talking to. I think it was Colossus Boy. Was talking to Polar Boy about. I was like, yeah, are we?
They're
seriously
also real dumb. Let's say.
Are we seriously gonna call in the subs? It's like, yeah, I just don't like their tactics. And they steal a damn school bus, drive it through a whole bunch of places.
Speaking of dumb Legion powers, the girl with multiple eyes.
Oh yeah.
she was a reject.
I know, but like
Eiffel
so
Elf.
many powers.
Hey, not everyone's gonna be Superman.
You mean
Yeah.
Eiffel Elf?
Yes.
I think that's what her name.
Okay, I really like this. Like, we'll talk to you next week. We'll talk to you about Superman's greatest friends, the Flash and Batman, and the first alien invasion enemy, Martian Manhunter.
Yep.
Like, oh
that
man,
it's like, ooh boy. But also something that what I want to bring up, not to get super political here. That when was this book written, Ryan?
2007.
This was written.
If this book came out right today,
It would still be as.
Oh, yeah.
people would be
I mean, well,
like white dudes would be pissed.
let's be honest.
I'm sure they were pissed back then too.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
they are as well. But the immigration debate was still hot in 2007. Unfortunately, as it is over 12 years later,
Super hot.
It's 12 years later, and even though this is a 12-year-old book, and I'm reading it, I'm like, this can still be applied today. The harsh xenophobia is like, oh, we need to rewrite this history and make it like so aliens are bad when in reality they're really good.
Yeah.
And
Superman, arguably the greatest hero
Yeah.
of all time, is like he has been rewritten to be a
to
human.
be a kind of like they're wearing these Superman bands, kind of like Nazis a little
They're
bit.
exactly like Nazi.
No,
villains.
And
the
Earthman's suit looks like
Master, what's his name? The Nazi Master Man, Master Mold, Master.
Ultraman's this Earth 2.
We don't talk about.
Ultraman's Earth 3.
Oh shoot, Nazi Superman. What's his name?
It's like, isn't it like the Master Man? I'll look it
Overlord?
up. Overlord, maybe.
Is it Overlord?
I'm just gonna look it up. Hold on.
Overman.
Overman.
I think it's Overman. Overmensch. I don't
But
know.
yeah, but Earthman, when he finally puts on his cape, he looks like a dictator.
But I thought he looked a lot like Red Sun Superman.
He kind of did, especially with the collars. But besides that, you guys know that when I like it when the politics in my comics are nice and subtle, like that Godzilla book we read a while ago. Brandon, remember that?
Half Century War?
Yeah, not Half Century, the one before that.
Oh, the Kingdom of the Monsters.
Yeah,
that book's awesome.
It's good, but the politics were shoved down my damn throat, and I did not enjoy it.
All good Godzilla stories do that.
Hey,
Where
man,
they shove down the politics.
Most comic books are actually political.
I know they are, but they're political subtly. This is subtle.
Yeah.
On the surface, it's about actual aliens, the Legion of Superheroes in the year 3008, but you can take those and just...
That's so strange. I didn't think this book was subtle. I thought this was pretty overt.
I thought it was, but it was done in a way it was like, oh, I could see how the issues of today...
It's Overman.
It's Overman?
Overman?
It's Overman.
Got it.
Oh, sweet. Well, not sweet. Overman sucks. He's a
Nazi Superman.
He's a dick.
Okay, I hate to interrupt you. But speaking of Smallville, news real quick.
This is what triggered it. That's why I was like, hold on.
Damn, that's why. Because you
Speaking
were
of Smallville,
yes.
Tom Welling and Erica Durant are returning as
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
No, we did not.
Superman and Lois, as Clark and Lois from Smallville
Because we talked about it amongst ourselves and we forgot.
for Crisis on Infinite
well,
Earths.
it's perfect timing
I'm
for
so
this.
happy that they're coming back.
Somebody save me.
I was super excited to see Erica Durant as Lois coming back.
I'm just happy that Tom Welling actually gets
It
to...
felt like they had to.
Well, considering she's playing
Kara's mom.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just happy that Tom Welling actually gets to wear a Superman suit.
They haven't said that,
They
Ben.
haven't said it yet.
Relax. That doesn't mean he's... I'm sure he will, but that doesn't mean that he will.
Hey, Kevin Conroy is playing Bruce Wayne.
I know he's playing Bruce
He's
Wayne.
not playing Batman.
No, he's playing Bruce Wayne.
I'm just saying, so just don't get your hopes up.
But
can't
he's
do-
there.
here's
That's
the
all
thing.
that matters.
He's there.
Yeah, he's
and you
there.
can bet he'll have a scene with Tyler Hoechlin.
He's
or
probably
Brandon
gonna save
Routh or
somebody.
something.
Brandon Routh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
still so damn
And
cool.
so, hey man, I saw 10 seasons of him as Clark Kent. I'm okay with still seeing him as Clark Kent.
Yeah. Well, I just remember you telling me that his S was CGI'd on it. I call bullshit.
This was the...
That is true. They
this-
couldn't.
I just
have a
want him to
costume.
actually wear a Superman
This was
shirt.
the big one that we were all anticipating was going to happen, and now they've officially said that it's happening, and I'm like, good, cool. We can all...
Now I'm good.
Now who's the surprise?
Who's the surprise?
For
because
real.
there has to be a surprise.
Yeah.
And because we talked about this because they just confirmed that people were like, see, we knew that they were getting Tom Welling, and like, what'd you say that they were called out because
Marc Guggenheim saying to those people who got the scoop that Tom Welling was in this, we signed him literally yesterday. We didn't start talking to him until much later than everyone else.
Yeah.
Right.
So like
so
It's the same.
So
thing
what
that
this
you see
means
with-
is-
it's the same thing you see with Marvel movies. Like, no, okay, yeah, this was the rumor, but we just signed the contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually...
I want to hear what I interrupted him.
so
I
what
wanna
this
go.
means is that Michael Rosenbaum wasn't lying when he said, like, they haven't talked to me yet, like a month or so ago.
yeah,
but that doesn't mean that they
actually
haven't
have.
talked to him now.
That's true. That's true.
Flash baby.
And to get
Flash
on,
baby.
Yeah, and to get on that, Brandon, a friend of mine at work came up to me and said, "Hey Ben, did you hear they're making a Silver Surfer movie?" I'm like, "Who said that?" I instantly
At one time, they were in development of a Silver Surfer movie.
Yeah, well, he was like,
Way
"Oh,
back
but
when.
Marvel." I'm like, it's rumors." Yeah. Then don't take it as fact, dude. He's
Hey,
like, but
they're gonna be working
until
on-
I straight up looked him in the eye and said, "Until Marvel says themselves, don't take that's just clickbait bullshit."
No, I will give that guy some leeway because Fox was in development, written by Brian K.
No,
Vaughan,
he
of a Silver
specifically
Surfer
told
movie.
me MCU. He said
that's
MCU was
bullshit.
gonna.
Yeah, and Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop. So I mean, like we
At
all
least-
all pretty much
Man,
know it.
I saw that rumor
Uh-huh.
turn into. I saw that rumor evolve so quickly. It was like, oh, someone should cast Haley Steinfeld as Hawkeye, and then it became like Marvel is talking to Haley Steinfeld for Hawkeye. Wait, hold on, I saw the start. This wasn't. No.
Jeremy Renner is liking all of her Instagram pictures recently.
Oh, I'm
so.
sure it's happening, but
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Can I do the
That'd be
sound
cool.
effect again?
no.
What?
The
He
sound-
wants to do the.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Anyway,
So I was talking to Ryan a bit about this, that now that we have Tom Welling and Erica Durance for the crossover, multiple episodes confirmed, by the way, for the 5-part event, not just appearing in a
Rad.
single.
I'm gonna say Terry McGinnis. That's gonna be my one if I want to have somebody.
I think Terry McGinnis would be cool. I think it kind of has to happen in a sense. But the like, what could the surprise still be? What I told him is that like you bring one character from the streaming service shows. That's all you need. And I was like, Cyborg would be a
Cyborg.
perfect candidate to just
Yeah.
have Cyborg from Doom Patrol come over.
yeah.
And there you are. There you are.
there
That's
it is.
You did
There-
it.
Whoop, there it is.
All right. Anything else you guys going to talk about? Superman.
Justin Hartley. I still want Justin Hartley to come back. I hope that
Me.
they'll announce that.
Not
even,
as Oliver Queen though.
even if he doesn't come back as Oliver Queen, I will accept him coming back as his failed Aquaman pilot, Aquaman.
That would be amazing.
I saw the trailer.
Anna Paquin was in that. Not Anna Paquin. Jesus, the one from the Orville Mockingbird.
Oh,
Adrian Palicki.
Adrian
Yeah.
Palicki. She was
also Wonder
yeah.
Woman.
She was in that.
and Wonder Woman with
And
her
Wonder
own
Woman.
failed pilot.
Yeah.
Bring her back.
The
she's
other
great.
one that I think we're still waiting on is Linda Carter.
Yeah.
They have not confirmed Linda Carter, though she's
That seems
already
like
also like Erica Durant's been on the shows before, but they have not
Seems like a
confirmed she'll
given.
appear as
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. So,
Right. And they showed Themyscira in one.
yeah.
There you go.
No, I'm like, if they're saying Tom Welling right now, there are still surprises.
Yeah.
His name is Wildfire.
Okay.
All right. So anything you guys wanted to add to Superman and the Legion of Superheroes?
It's really-
It's a good book.
It is really great. And it's also a good one and done.
yeah.
It's a good one and done. You don't have to, it's just you buy it.
Though
you-
now I have questions about that tablet.
Me too.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me want to keep reading. I'm like, wow, I'm
But
glad
the-
I have
the-
DCU.
But the problem with reading a trade like this is there was no volume 2.
yeah.
I hated trade waiting, not trade waiting, but like the way they structured trades in the early 2000s is the worst.
Because this is like an enticing thing. Like it doesn't have volume 1, volume 2,
Yeah.
but like it's issue 860 of something. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go from here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great book.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so you have something else around
No,
that?
it's great. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is great. It was great to read a Geoff Johns book again.